What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of the Cubcast Daily, our new daily news section we're running here on the channel, exploring all different news stories, lists, updates, breakdowns, and just in general, keeping you up to date with the media surrounding the genres we cover here on the channel. Today, we're checking out a very exciting article from the team over at Not Just OK, the 20 best Afrobeats artists of 2023. Now, I do need to reiterate, this isn't my personal list. This is a list that's been put together by the online magazine. Out to Adam Moye Afiz for actually writing the list. I've written lists like this myself, and they do take a lot of effort to kind of go through and kind of correlate and put all the information into, so a massive shouts out to them for putting this together. As always, guys, we are on the hunt for 90,000 subscribers by the end of this year. We've got, I think, 4 days left to do it. We've got about 150 subs less to go, and we can so do it with your help. So please make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page. Of course, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all that good stuff. Let's load up this article then. So as you can see on the screen, there's this really cool introductory graphic, and then there's loads of kind of text about the project and how they've kind of ranked it all and things like that. But we are going to jump straight into the listings, and we see in number 20, we do see Olamide. Looking at what he has been up to this year, we do see, obviously, being a part of the YBNL/Empire project. Top songs including Ginger, Gaza, and New Religion. Really exciting, actually, looking through the projects he's been working on. Again, as you'll probably be able to read from the text in this, he has been primarily focused on the business side, but has also put together some very exciting collaborations with One Day Cole and Young John. I know he's also featured on a big collaboration with CK, and we've obviously just seen Arizona drop as well with Loj. So the guy is still continuously putting out top quality projects. It does look like he is obviously more focused on the on the business side of things, which is completely understandable, and it's still cool to be in that top 20 ranking. Coming in at 19 then, we do see Black Bones, obviously a part of the Chocolate City Music Collective. A massive shouts out to the Chocolate City team. They're big supporters of what we do here on the channel. Cool, looking through then at the tracks he's been involved in, obviously like Ice Spice, Nyem Ego, Bezos, obviously had a big feature on Hallelujah with CK as well, and obviously putting together his 6th studio album this year, Emika Must Shine, and again, just having another very successful year. Obviously a really good appearance on the remix of Whoa Whoa as well. Honestly, he has been on fire throughout the course of this year, and it's great to see Black Bones continuing to bring that personality to the table whenever he jumps in the studio. Coming in at number 18 then, we do see Crayon. An artist that I've got a lot of time for me, one of the most creative out there. Actually looking, obviously, Ngozi is the big tune this year, Trench Kid is another one, and obviously all the work around the album as well. We did see him feature on SARS's Yo Fam, which also features Skrillex, so he is clearly in that position now where he is branching out. And I think the exciting thing about Crayon is he's taking his personality with him, and we're seeing that when he performs live. We're seeing that type of energy whenever he jumps on screen. So I think that's a really good move for him to be kind of bringing into 2024. In 17th, maybe slightly surprising, but Wizkid is down at number 17. Obviously, Bad To Me is the big tune from him. Looking through, obviously, the projects he's worked on, he's actually popped up on a couple of features. No independent releases up until the EP, which has just dropped, and obviously this list was put together before that EP dropped, so it's completely understandable. He did sell out to the Tottenham Stadium in London, 62,000 people, and he featured on Loju with Spinel, Blessings with DJ Tunes, and Don Toliver's soul-soothing tune, Slow Motion. So again, big on the collaborative side, but and performance side, not as much on releasing music for Wiz, although what he did release was banger-filled. There we go. 16th then, we do see Young John, another Chocolate City artist, which I'm very pleased to see in this listing. The big tracks from him, obviously, Aquafina, Sharp Ali, and Currency. And again, following on from his breakout year in 2022, obviously previously being a producer as well, it's great to see that he is continuing that high-energy run. Big performances in Belgium, Poland, Budapest, Cyprus, and obviously a couple of really cool features for him as well, featuring on the Terminator remix and Tiwa Savage's Stamina remix as well. So a really good year for a man like Young John. And I know last year we put him in our sort of main breakouts. The fact he's kind of maintained that number 16 overall, great for him. In number 15 then, we do see Shay Vibes. Obviously, absolutely crazy the amount of projects he's been putting out this year. I think it's maybe 3-4 kind of EP projects. It's great to see that he's continuing with that more sort of unique kind of underground energy as well. He's not doing like 2-year build-ups for projects. He's keeping them versatile, he's keeping them diverse, and he's keeping his personal touch on what he does. Obviously, a big feature on Guaglada as well, which is great to see. Big feature on Giza as well, which is obviously a big part of Burna's album. I did see a video of him performing that live earlier. It's just great to see that Shay Vibes is continuing on that path moving forward. In 14th, we do see Ruger, the man himself, as obviously a part of the Johnson World Entertainment team, and then obviously Asawaju and Tor being the two big projects from him this year. Also dropping his debut album, of course, Root to the World, and for me, it was great to see him pop up in so many exciting places. He performed as a guest on Sarkody's Till We Die and Neptune's BN projects as well. For me, last year, looking for a number of his tunes, obviously Red Flags was a huge tune for me. Love that tune to pieces. It's a tune I play every dance. And yeah, good to see him continuing that energy in number 14. In number 13, we do see Victony. Again, another real breakout artist from last year, with a number of very exciting drops this year. Obviously, Soweto, the remix, Jagga Jagga, My Darling, Ohima, and actually a track from that I put in my top 10, which was, I can't even remember the name of it now. That's annoying. Angelus, that's the name of the tune. But yeah, really exciting to kind of see he's continued with that energy, that unique vocal structure that he is so known for. Looking over the remixes for Soweto as well. Obviously seeing Don Toliver and Rema both jump on that. Jagga Jagga, My Darling, Ohima. And of course, a number of features from him as well. He was on a number of album projects this year. It's just great seeing him continue with that energy. Moving forward into number 12, we do see Kiz Daniel. A huge year for him. Obviously, Koff, My G, and RTID, big releases this year. We did see, obviously, his track Booga reaching the Song of the Year at the Sound City MVP Awards as well. He's just continued with a real sort of top level of output. I feel everything that Kiz Daniel does tends to be really exciting. It tends to work, and it tends to kind of improve what he is all about. Obviously, being signed with Empire, he does have quite a lot of kind of expectation on him, and he continues to kind of push that forward. So really cool to see. Obviously, Becky G also featured on the Koff remix. So there we go. In 11th, we see Shalipopi. Obviously, top songs being Elon Musk, Cask, Oscro, Things on Things, Ex-Convict, and Oba Pluto. The guy's just been on fire, continuously putting out exciting new releases, very much pushing with that sort of new school breakout energy. It's great to see that he is continuing to basically expand what he does. He's not been an artist that I particularly followed too tough, but there's no denying that he is an artist that has a lot of listeners in the palm of his hand, and his fan base is actively growing. So it's great to see that energy continue as he moves forward. In number 10, we do see Tiwa Savage. A great year for Tiwa. Stamina and Pickup being the two big drops for her, of course, also featuring on the Who Is Your Guy remix for Spyro. That video did so well. Real kind of explosive international situation for her as well. She did perform at the coronation of King Charles, which is huge. If you're looking for kind of eyes-on performances, that's probably one of the biggest you can have. Obviously featuring on Bella Schmurder's NSV as well. So yeah, great year for Tiwa Savage. Always good to see her as a veteran just continuously being in these sort of top 10s. I love to see it. In number 9, we see Benson. Another great year for Benson. Obviously signed with TYE and Empire. Guagualada, Pray, and Pigeon in English. 3 big tunes. Also featured on What's Poppin' with Stefflon Don. Also featured on the Whoa Whoa remix from Mins. We mentioned that earlier as well. Went on to deliver his debut album this year as well. It's just been a fantastic year for Benson, and obviously kind of moving away from, I suppose, that I don't even want to say stereotype, but that kind of notion that he was only really good as a feature artist. You can't release an album as good as he has done with him only being a good feature artist, and I think he's very much proved that this year. Great year from Benson. Okay, moving in at number 8 then. Ododa Black, obviously featuring on this, obviously signed with Def Jam. He has had a fantastic opening year. Obviously Declan Rice was a tune that absolutely changed the game for him. It's a tune that went absolutely global, and obviously we did see videos of Declan Rice actually listening to the tune. A great thing for him. Featuring on guest performances with Fouls on Ndidi Ike. Adakin Lake Gold's Wrong Person, and of course a cast of Shally Poppy as well. The guy's just been on fire with a fantastic collaboration, Watto Watto Seasoning with Black Sheriff, also a great tune, a tune that a lot of you guys on this channel really enjoyed as well, so very excited to see what he does next year. In 7th we see Omar Lake, Holy Ghost, So, and Reason being the big drops this year. Obviously, he's had a fantastic year. The album actually dropped last year, and I think the kind of resonating kind of respect of that album has massively grown over this year. I feel that's an album that was originally sort of slept on, including by myself, and it's an album that has grown in a lot of people's hearts. And I think he has just become such a unique artist. He's very much in his own lane. It's great to see that he's continued that, and obviously, Holy Ghost being one of the sort of follow-up releases to that is a great example of that. He is so unique in what he does. Me, for one, I cannot wait to see what he does in 2024. Right then, moving into number 6, Adakin Lake Gold, obviously signed with Def Jam now. The top songs obviously being Party No They Stop, Ogaranya, and Look At What They Made Me Do. Yeah, great looking through this. He's had a great year, really successful album drop as well. He definitely did have one of the strongest album drops this year, no getting away from it, and I just like seeing Adakin Lake Gold continue to deliver, very much pushing into the American market this year, obviously sellout shows in Minneapolis, Denver, Vegas, LA, and Vancouver. I think it's a great year for him, and I think definitely kind of very much reaffirming his style, his sound, and just pushing forward with that has been the success for him. As we move into the top 5, it gets very exciting from here on in. Iris Star in number 5, Rhythm and Blues, Stability, and Rush. Now, Rush for me, second best track released in 2022. Obviously behind Calm Down, I think Rush is one of the tunes that has taken the globe by storm. But then when you actually look at all the extra things that Iris Star's been doing, featuring on the Creed soundtrack, featuring on the Across the Spider-Verse soundtrack, the number of huge remixes she's been involved in, obviously collaborating with David Guetta out of nowhere this year as well. I think honestly, she is undeniably the current kind of queen of this sound. I think the on a global scale, she's probably the one that most people are kind of gravitating towards. She's jumping into so many different areas and sounds, and she's just continuing to grow as a performer, as a vocalist, and as a personality as well. I think obviously the Grammy nominations that have come off the back of that are great. Also, side note, shouts out to Andre Vibes, because he produced both Calm Down and Rush in the same year. Do you know how crazy that is? Out to Andre Vibes each and every time, man, because that guy is a born hit maker. But there we go. Very excited to see what she brings next year. I would be hoping for an album. I know she featured on the Maven project towards the end of last year. I'd be hoping for a new solo album from Iris Star next year. I think there's been enough time from 19 and Dangerous. So yeah, moving forward. Number 4, Davido. I thought Davido would be higher. Personally, obviously with the success of Unavailable Feel and Kante off the back of his project that did release this year, I think it's great. It's safe to say, when you actually look at the sort of success of that project and what that's brought him over the course of this year, the sort of sellout shows, the collaborative features, obviously the remix for Unavailable being as big as it was. I think it's Sean Paul and Ding Dong featuring on that. He himself has popped up on a number of really exciting remixes. He's also been doing, obviously, the idea of bringing new people into the scene, Moravi being one of those. It's just awesome. And yeah, there's no denying that Davido's had a fantastic year, both in sort of features and live performances, and obviously pushing forward off the success of Timeless, which was a fantastic studio album. There's no getting away from that. In number 3, we do see Ashar K, his second full year in activity. We saw Lonely at the top, 230, Amapiano, Basquiat, and Yoga. Obviously, 5 tunes that did fantastically well, selling out the prestigious O2 Arena in the UK. Also sold out the 19,000 capacity Barclays Centre in New York. Lonely at the Top is one of the biggest tracks of the year, no getting away from it. He also won the 2023 Headies Award for the Next Rated award, which is great to see. The first and only song to ever bag 100 million on Audiomack was Lonely at the Top as well. So this guy's breaking records left, right, and centre. And there's no denying that the projects he's dropping are getting even more interesting, even more unique. And again, for 2 years in the game, being number 3 on this list is absolutely crazy. I cannot wait to see what he does in 2024. I'm forgetting what year it is. Right, moving into number 2, we do see Burna Boy. A fantastic year for Burna. Obviously, City Boy sitting on top of the world, Big 7, Geezer, 4 huge tunes. Another incredible album project as well. And just looking through this, when we actually see the stats of what he's been doing, you can look into some of this text down below. Selling out Madison Square Garden last year and State Farm Arena. This year he sold out to the 40,000 capacity Paris La Défense in Paris, 80,000 London Stadium in the UK. He sold out to the Geraldone Arnhem in Netherlands, the 41,800 capacity City Field in New York as well. Obviously, I told you it's one of the biggest album drops of the year. The video kind of support he was getting on that is absolutely crazy. 7 nominations at the 2023 BET Awards as well. And obviously 4 nominations at the 2024 Grammys. There's no denying that he has had one of the craziest years of anyone ever in Afrobeats. But he's not in number 1, which is what makes this really exciting. Because number 1 we do see is Rema. Now, obviously, a lot of this is coming off the success of last year, being one of the Maven veterans at this point. Calm Down has gone on to become, I think it is now the most listened to Afrobeats tune of all time. Again, shouts out to Andre Vibes, man. The guy just knows how to create bangers. But also this year he did drop Charm and D&D. Dropped it, obviously a fantastic EP to go with that as well. But let's just look through a number of these stats here. Actually read through this text. The Prince of Afrobeats, who took to the throne this year, has had a crazy year. Although released in 2022, the Calm Down remix featuring Selena Gomez extended till this year and has gone on to become one of the biggest Afrobeat songs in 2023. Aside from being the first Afrobeat song to garner 1 billion streams. The song went on to spend 57 weeks out on the Billboard Hot 100, peaking at number 3, making it a record for African music. The 2023 Headies Best Male Artist and African Artist of the Year also bagged 3 MTV EMA nominations, winning 1 out of the categories. Like most Afrobeats acts this year, Remy Boy was also on the road, taking the gospel to the Netherlands, Belgium, Seattle, Dallas, Atlanta, Vancouver, Toronto, Denver, Mumbai, and more. The 23-year-old singer and performer also sold out the iconic O2 Arena in London, just like other Afrobeats heavyweights like Burna Boy, Wizkid, Davido, and Ashar. So there we have it. That is the list. Rema does sit in number 1. A couple of interesting ones. I thought even with the lack of releases, Wizkid might have been a little bit higher. I thought Davido might have actually kind of edged Burna just based on the release of the album and obviously the extra work he's been doing. But again, it's a great list. That top 5 makes total sense to me. Obviously, Rema, Burna, Ashar, Davido, and Ira Star. Fantastic to see. Guys, what are your top 10s? Let's keep it simple. Who are your top 5 artists of the year? I'm very keen to see what you're saying about that one. Do get involved in the comment section down below. This is one of the longest videos we have actually put together this year, and apologies if I've been coughing throughout. I've got a slightly under the weather. So yeah, I hope you don't mind me coughing once or twice throughout this video, as it has been basically me talking for approaching 20 minutes now. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Always very keen to see what you're thinking. If you are new to the channel as well, do get involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, of course, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. We are now on the route to 90,000 subscribers. I think by the time this video gets uploaded, we're going to need about 140 more subscribers to hit 90k by the end of this year. And considering how much we've gone up in the last 2 months, that's a crazy feat. Definitely not one I expected. And it puts us only 10k away from that plaque. So please do get involved. That's it from me. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and we shall see you all next time. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and peace.
Them sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, Cam TV. Stay locked.
Welcome to Cubs Clubhouse, live on Brighton's premier platform for new music. Platform B.